Gold leaf gleams under chandelier light. Cameras roll. Portraits of presidents stare silently from the walls. The Oval Office, America's most powerful room, looks richer than ever. But outside the White House gates, something doesn't add up. Egg prices spike. Grocery receipts stretch longer than paychecks. Families quietly remove items from carts, one by one. Here is the mystery. How can symbols of wealth rise at the center of power while everyday costs surge for millions? This is not a story about decor. It's a story about signals, systems, and who inflation really serves. Because history shows us something unsettling. When power begins to display wealth, it often means the system beneath it is under strain. Tonight, we unravel what the gold-plated imagery represents, how grocery prices became the quiet economic warning light, and why this pattern has appeared, again and again, across empires, presidencies, and financial eras. The answer won't come immediately. It never does. Power has always communicated through symbols. Roman emperors wore purple not because it was practical, but because it was rare. French kings built Versailles not for comfort, but visibility. Financial elites signal confidence long before systems falter. Donald Trump has always understood this language. Long before politics, Trump branded himself through gold, lobbies, towers, fixtures. Not because gold improves function, but because it projects permanence, success, and control. When Trump entered politics, that visual language followed him. Supporters saw strength. Critics saw excess. But almost everyone missed the deeper function of the signal. Because symbols matter most when reality becomes unstable. And by the time grocery prices began rising sharply, quietly at first, then relentlessly, the symbolism took on new meaning. To understand the grocery bill, we must rewind, not to one policy but to a chain reaction years in the making. 1. The era of cheap money. After the 2008 financial crisis, central banks flooded the global economy with liquidity. Interest rates fell near zero. Debt became cheap. Asset prices soared. This created a two-track economy. A one-track for assets, stocks, real estate, luxury goods. Another for wages and necessities. For over a decade, asset inflation outpaced everyday life. Most people didn't notice, until food did. 2. Trump's entry into office. Trump inherited an economy already distorted by prolonged stimulus. Growth was real, but uneven. Markets were high but fragile. His administration prioritized tax cuts, deregulation, business confidence. These policies boosted markets quickly, but they also intensified existing imbalances. Corporations gained flexibility. Consumers gained little buffer. Still, grocery prices remained stable. For now, Trump governed through confidence signaling. Markets love certainty, or at least the appearance of it. Gold imagery, strong rhetoric, and winning narratives sent a message. America is strong. Wealth is back. And for some sectors it was true. Stock markets climbed. Corporate profits surged. Luxury spending remained resilient. But beneath the surface, supply chains grew fragile. Food systems, unlike tech or finance, depend on labor stability, fuel costs, transportation efficiency, global trade predictability. Those systems were tightening. Food inflation is different. You can delay buying a phone. You can refinance a home. But you can't stop eating. When shocks hit an economy, groceries respond first. Multiple pressures collide. Pandemic disruptions, labor shortages, energy price volatility, supply chain bottlenecks, global conflicts affecting grain and fertilizer. Each factor alone is manageable. Together they form pressure. And pressure always finds the weakest link. In this case, the checkout counter. Prices rose not overnight, but relentlessly. And here's the critical detail most miss. Food inflation hurts confidence faster than unemployment, because it is daily, visible, unavoidable. As food costs climbed, visuals mattered more than ever. Televised shots of wealth, gold decor, polished rooms, luxury symbolism, stood in stark contrast to shrinking purchasing power. This wasn't about Trump personally. It was about perception. History shows us that when leadership appears insulated from economic pain, trust erodes faster. In ancient Rome, bread shortages preceded unrest. In pre-revolution France, food prices mattered more than royal debt. In modern economies, groceries are the emotional inflation index. And perception becomes reality faster than statistics. As grocery prices rose, political narratives hardened. Each side blamed different causes: corporations, governments, global forces, central banks. But systems don't care about blame. They respond to incentives. Producers raised prices to protect margins. Retailers passed costs forward. Consumers absorbed shocks quietly until they couldn't. The danger here wasn't collapse. It was normalization. Once people accept higher prices as permanent, power shifts. Why short-term solutions don't work? Governments tried. Temporary subsidies. A rhetorical pressure on corporations. Interest rate hikes. Each had trade-offs. Rate hikes slowed inflation, but risked recession. Subsidies eased pain, but worsened deficits. Blame campaigns changed headlines, but not supply chains. No fix addressed the structural truth. Food inflation is a systems problem, not a single policy failure. And symbolic leadership, gold or otherwise, cannot repair logistics, labor, or energy inputs. This is not new. History repeats the same sequence. Extended stimulus, asset inflation, cost of living lag, food price shock, political polarization, symbolic displays of strength. From Rome to Britain to post-war economies, the script barely changes. The names do. A food inflation consistently outpaces wage growth during late-cycle economies. A grocery price sensitivity predicts political instability more accurately than GDP. Asset-owning households benefit from inflation far more than wage-dependent ones. This creates a silent divide, those protected by assets, and those exposed to prices. So, what does a gold-plated Oval Office really mean? Not decadence. Not vanity. It means confidence signaling in an uncertain system. It is reassurance, for markets, supporters, and power structures, that control still exists. But groceries don't respond to reassurance. They respond to supply, labor, and energy. And that is the tension at the heart of this story. 3 key takeaways. 1. Food prices are the earliest warning system. They reveal stress long before markets crash or unemployment rises. 2. Symbolism rises when systems strain. Displays of strength often appear when confidence needs reinforcement. 3. Inflation redistributes power quietly. It rewards asset holders and burdens consumers, without legislation. History teaches us this. When leaders focus on optics while households focus on survival, trust erodes silently. Not overnight. Not dramatically. But permanently. If you want to understand how economics, power, and perception shape everyday life, not through headlines but through patterns, subscribe to the channel. Because the most important economic stories aren't shouted. They're scanned at checkout. And they always arrive before history changes.